Thank you, and welcome back to Comic Cinema Crew. And this is our review for The Boys, episode 4. And we're here with the usual suspects, members of the crew. What's going on, man?
What's going on, everybody? I thank y'all for having me. And damn, I'm ready to talk about this. This is some crazy shit going on, man.
To say the least.
And Dave, what's good, bro?
What up, Mike? What up's going on, man?
Hey, man, I see you got the logo all printed up now on the shirt and everything like that.
Yeah, I had some stuff made not too long ago, so I thought it felt like rocking.
That's for your part.
Yeah, that's just my It's like
that's
my channel, my name. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You ain't see him on there giving us a serenade the other day, Dave, on his channel?
I'm not.
Oh yeah. I did a little something. I'm working on some more content like that. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, between time,
he had the little guitar going on everything like that.
Oh, you damn. Okay, man.
I wasn't playing nothing. Not yet.
Mr. Acoustic Concerts is giving us I see how you got your wife now, man. I see how you got your wife.
Hey, man. Hey, real talk. That ain't even it. I just got game. That's it.
Okay. They'll call you man games for nothing, huh?
Come on now. Come on.
Hey, so The Boys, man. I'll let you first, man, because you watched all 4 today, right?
Yeah. I had lapsed, but I had to come back and watch them all as much as I could. Actually, you know what? I ain't gonna front. I'm halfway through 3. So okay. I was just like, yo, I know we got this episode, so I was like, let me just go ahead and come back to that and watch 4. But
I appreciate it.
But
what you
good,
think so far, like the first two and a half, I guess we'll say.
Man, it's so many twists and turns and just like it's a lot going on, man. That's all I can say. It's crazy how like you wouldn't expect, like knowing how the show is, you wouldn't expect them to be able to top certain things, and they find a way every time.
Yeah,
and it's man like I forget the name of the dude, but the dude who could change his side.
Termite.
Termite.
Yeah,
bro, that scene with the bedroom scene that messed me up because I was like, they going there? I was like, yo, what the hell? Like, it was crazy. And then of course, the whole Compound V thing. Like, bro, it's getting wild out here, man. It's getting wild out here.
Yeah, I was reading. I was watching the actor who plays Soldier Boy, Jensen Ackles. That he was saying that there was couple things he said I can't do it. He said this is too much.
See, that's crazy.
And he had to talk to the showrunner. They're like, "Yo, listen, I just can't do that. Like, I'm a husband, I'm a father. Certain things I can't do. Something like that."
That's crazy, man.
Why you shake your head, Dave?
Because I know what it was. I know what it was. I know what it was. You want to know what it was?
Yeah,
I can say it now because he's not going to do it. Homelander rapes him in the comics.
Oh.
To become a member of the Seven, like he did with Starlight, and so he ain't want to get raped on camera by another dude. So yeah, of course.
I mean, that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. I'm not going to do that shit. I'm like, we need to rewrite this contract. Put a couple more zeros at the end of this number here, like
I feel that.
Yeah, I could never been on Oz back in the day. Like,
yo, let me ask you a question real quick, man, because I wanted to get into this the other day. So, last podcast I fibbed a little bit, and I fibbed only because I understand we do spoiler podcasts, but I don't think you want me to spoil the whole show, right?
What do you mean?
Like the whole series, the whole
comic.
Series.
Yeah, no. Don't spoil
okay, good. So I did right then because I was asked the question last pod, and I answered untruthfully because if I answered truthfully, it might have ruined the series for most.
No. We don't want to spoil it because
so we're just doing just the episode that we're on, right?
Right, correct. Episode 4 right now.
Got you.
Right?
Okay.
So and it starts with where last one picked up at where Butcher is cleaning up the when he threw up on Huey.
Yeah.
And Huey finds out about the V24 he's taking. Yeah. And he figures it out right away. And Butcher tells him not to tell nobody. And Huey like, yo, I want to take it too and stuff like that, at that time. But like I said, Butcher does kind of like tell him no for different reasons, stuff like that. So, Dave, how you felt about you think Butcher should have let Huey have it from the beginning, or should he just still told him no?
Yeah, I think you should let him have it from the beginning because knowing who they're dealing with, like they're literally hunting. Every one of them are literally hunting down superheroes, right? So when you're dealing with somebody like Homelander, he could literally just come down and wipe Huey off the map with like a flick of his finger. So you don't want that. You don't want your team to go out like that. I think you should give it to all of them, to be honest. But but I would have liked to see Butcher at least give it to him the way he gave it to him in the comics. He gave it to Huey without Huey wanting it. Like he just hit him in the neck with a needle, and that was it. He was like, "Okay, now you're done." He's like, So I would have liked to see it that way, but as long as he gets powers, that's all that matters. Because that's all everybody really wants to see is basically the boys going up against the seven.
Right. Okay. Maine, let me ask you, if you were Butcher and Huey, would you want to take it for 24-hour powers or not?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I think that I know that's me though, right? So that's if we're separating me, my struggles and the things that I deal with versus the conscience and the guilt and all those things that Butcher's dealing with, then maybe that would be differently. But if you asking me, present me, just like going into the situation and being Butcher, and hell yeah, because for me, this is just me, right? Judge me if you want.
Right.
The kind of dude that I am, I'd run a timer and then go find Homelander and serve him.
Okay,
that's just me. I'd serve him, and I'd serve him to the point to where I let basically I see you, bro. You ain't the only one. Don't worry about how I got here,
right?
But just know you ain't the only one. I disappear, make them scared a little bit, and then boom, be gone. But that's just me. But yeah, I would definitely handle that.
The only problem with that is I don't think he gave him Homelander's powers. Like that, like Compound V, that V24 that they use, it's a random power they're gonna get each time. Right. One time it could be super strength, next time it could be super hearing, next time it could be super speed. So you'll never actually know which one you'll end up with.
But it seems
like Butcher gets the same one every time. Yeah.
Make for the show, maybe.
We're gonna get into that, I guess, as we move through the series. We'll get into
all right. Okay. All right. But for the show so far, Butcher got the same one every time.
Butcher got the same one 2 times in a row.
That man Butcher is an Inhuman. That's all it is. He's an Inhuman. He got latent suit powers.
Right. So next we got what is his name? Stan Edgar goes to his adopted daughter, Nadia, or what was her other name?
Vicky.
Vicky, yeah. Anyway, he's mad about Homelander and like, look, man, I'm tired of him acting like he the shit. I'm gonna show him who's business. You're going to do a press conference and show him that he shouldn't have been, said what he said, and I want you to spank him a little bit. She's like, yo, listen, this is Homelander, brother. I don't know what you're talking about, but I ain't doing it. So he talks her into it at that point. So Dave, how you felt about that whole scene and their conversation?
I kind of knew it was going to go that way, not from the books, but just because if you think about it, right? Homelander is literally the most powerful person on the planet.
Right.
Like, so his main power is fear that he instills in people to like not cross him. That's what drove her to give up Stan Edgar, the guy who's actually signing her checks. You know what I mean? So she gives him up. I don't know what happens with her now going forward. I don't know if she's fired. I don't know if she stays on that vault. I don't know if they even had that discussion. Or if that was in that discussion that Homelander had later on in the episode. But yeah, man, I think we're starting to see the effects of what Homelander's fear and power is doing to like other people in the world. Because you understand that happens later in the episode. We'll discuss that too with A-Train.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like literally there's like no person that's like want to go square up with Homelander. Nobody wants to.
And it's crazy because they portrayed her as being so powerful, being able to pop heads and stuff like that.
Yeah. But then
she still fears him.
But then somehow, right? That's the thing. Somehow, I don't know how. So somebody said that she has to look you directly in the eyes to pop your head.
Or look at her target, I guess. Not in the eyes, but look at her target.
But how did she pop all the heads in Congress? She wasn't like looking at each one like she was the one popping all the heads. She was there, yeah.
But she was in the room, though.
She was in the room, but she was like this. She wasn't going like this. Like the way Congress is set up, it's round. You have to actually turn your head to see people. She wasn't doing none of that. She was just talking, and the head started exploding. But so I think she just needs to be. Yeah, exactly. If she's in close proximity to you, I don't think she has to look at you. If she's in close proximity, she could just use it.
So she should have popped Homelander's head that same night.
But I don't think she can. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I think Homelander is something different, bro. Homelander is not a human who was infected with V. Homelander was poured out of a tube. He was born from V. So he might be pure V. I mean, for all we know. Yeah, so I don't think she can do it. That's the reason why. Otherwise, don't you think Edgar would have gave that order already by now?
Yeah. Man, what you think about Edgar, trying to, I guess, establish back some sense of power by using her and her kind of being fearful of going against Homelander there?
I think what Edgar was doing was it was a foreshadowing of what he says later on the episode, but I believe that he was just using every resource and every strategy that he can think of. And I think that for him, Edgar's a dope character to me because he has a smoothness about him. He has this control about him. He doesn't let things bother him. He's not gonna let things, sway him in a way to where he's completely caught off guard. He has a contingency for a contingency for a contingency in addition to the original plan. Mm-hmm. So I thought that it was him being a tactician, a strategist, and he just wanted to send a message. It's just the person that he sent to send the message was kind of scared to say the message. But I thought that his approach was smooth as always, man. In my mind, he's still Moff Gideon, but that's another thing. But
Moff Gideon, he's still Gus, bro. Gus Fring, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying? So it's like. So it's like in a way I say Moff because not just because I see him as he's Moff, but because I think that some of the things he says and some of the plans that he comes out with sound batshit crazy, but he delivers them in a smooth and just a confidence to where you be like, for real.
No, I think he just.
Wait, Dave, did you watch Better Call Saul too, or just Breaking Bad?
What? I watched just Breaking Bad. I didn't watch Better Call Saul yet. I was waiting for it.
I didn't watch it either. Yeah.
Yo, one thing though, the first thing I ever saw him in was a movie called Fresh. I don't know how old y'all are, but if y'all remember Fresh,
I remember Fresh. Yeah, you
remember Fresh? He was in Fresh. He was Fresh's sister's boyfriend, and he acted the same way. You remember that? He was young, bro, and he acted the same way he acts now, like with that smooth, deliberate tone. Everything he says, it seems like it's been rehearsed 1,000 times, bro. I love Giancarlo Stanton, man. I'm sorry, I love him.
Yeah. He's dope.
I said Stan. What's his last name?
Esposito.
Esposito. I'm thinking of the baseball player and shit.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah, I saw. I was doing my fucking FanDuel baseball bet, so my bad.
Oh my god. Okay. So next we see Butcher and the boys, and they go see little Nina, and of course, they had this conversation because French used to work for her, to kind of make a deal for her to get them to Russia to try to find what happened to Soldier Boy. And Frenchie, I mean, she wants the other chick.
Sorry,
she don't want to do it, but Butcher ultimately makes a deal. But while he's doing it though, he sends Frenchie away, and you start to see a little bit of discourse within the boys there, especially with Frenchie and Butcher. So, May, how you felt about that whole scene with them visiting little Nina there?
So it was crazy to me because like that was the first moment. You talking about the situation where he pulls Frenchie and he pulls him to the side and basically was talking about like to me that was like we always knew that he was abrasive and could be an asshole. We knew that, but he even took it a little step further in that scene, and he was like throwing his weight like you could tell like whatever. I don't know if he was still on Compound V, but in a way I think it was kind of making him feel a certain way. And he was like, that chest was out. Like it was low key, like a threat, but they didn't know what kind of result was going to come from that threat. But I felt like at a moment, like that drug or whatever that Compound V was getting to his head. And even I was like, yo, like Butcher, like chill. He was like, y'all weapon? Like if I point, you shoot. I was like, yo, chill. It was crazy, man. But I mean, maybe it was the V talking. I don't know. But that scene was hella tense for me. It was super tense. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, Dave, how you feel about the whole discourse between the whole thing with Frenchie and Kimiko and Butcher? Can't hear you, Dave. Dave. Yeah.
My bad. I love it, yo. I felt like it was a little heavy-handed though, a little bit, because they just happened to bring Nina up, and then she just happens to be exactly what they needed to continue with their mission. I thought it was a little bit. I felt that they could have did it more organically. You know, they could have just made her already known, made her already known, like that's the bitch we need to speak to. But neither here nor there. It was a great scene. By the way, man, that's not the V talking. That's Butcher. Trust me. That's how he feels. He is straight mission oriented. So he don't give a fuck if they said like you can complete your mission at the loss of your boys. He'll kill them all, yo. Okay, that's the type of dude he is, yo. He's just like, give me a mission, I'm gonna complete it and then move on. So yeah, that was definitely Butcher. It was surprising though to see him throwing his weight around, especially with her, because she's the one that can kill all of them. Like Kimiko could wipe the floor with that whole
hands
room.
down without an issue.
Straight up. She
Yeah.
could wipe the floor with that whole room. So for him to be like air face, like, yeah, I don't even
That's mad.
I own your ass. Like, bro. I was like, damn.
You might would have chilled, Butcher. Like,
Right?
you know what I mean? Like, hey,
you know,
you might would have chill out, bitch.
Well, after the events of this episode, you know he's gonna be really brolic with it. Now he's like, yeah, now, bitch.
Hey, he gonna be feeling it.
What I tell your ass? I said, shoot, you shoot, bitch. So, but yeah, nah, man, it was the real Butcher came out. You start to see the little fracturing inside the team unit, but I don't think it's gonna get anything more than just a couple cracks, man, because they so tight knit. So at least I'm hoping anyway. I hope they don't do some stupid I'm gonna trade on you bullshit, because that would just be bad.
We'll talk about it more a little later.
Yes.
Also, we see Homelander in a scene with Starlight and Huey. And we see Starlight and Huey first. And Homelander comes in, and he just kind of, I guess, like throw his weight around, signs his cast. You know,
he does whatever the fuck he wants to do, yo. Okay, listen, literally, like,
yo, he steals every scene, by the way, as an actor.
Everyone.
Oh, absolutely,
man. You agree, right? Homelander steals every scene he's in, yo.
I absolutely.
When no matter who he's with, he steals every scene, bro.
It don't matter.
It's not even called The Boys anymore. They ought to call this shit Homelander, bro.
Well, you know what? You know what? There was one scene in this episode, at the end where I felt like he got one upped, and I was like, oh, like, and we'll talk about it. But that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, jeez. Somebody
wait, you're talking about Edgar.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. We'll get to that.
That was the only time out of the entire series so far, all the seasons, where I felt like he even for Edgar, like that, even Homeland was like, yo, that was deep, bro.
Yeah,
it got him. But yeah, other than that,
let's talk about the one with him and Huey and Starlight. How you felt about that scene, man?
Man, Homeland is such a dick, man. And like that's. You know what I mean? Like that's the best way I can describe it, man. Is that he don't care what you got going on, like and when he interrupts you, because he's a narcissist, all he cares about is his desires, his intentions, what he wants to talk about, who he is, and you don't matter. Stop whatever conversation is. It's stupid. Doesn't matter. I'm coming in. And by the way, whatever I'm getting ready to tell you, like I'm telling you, but you're gonna do it. Right. And that's just the kind of character he is. So in that situation, in that scene, bro, like when he said what he said, and then he signed Huey's cast, and like,
big as hell.
Yo, I was like, yo, and it is to the point to where it's kind of like he's playing like game with you, and like every time you look down at his cast,
bro, everything after that speech that Homelander has said and done has been a mind game, bro.
Yo, it is crazy because like he says, right? He is the supreme, like the top, even in smarts and just his personality, the way he is, whether he's flawed or whether he has emotional issues or whatever you want to call it. The guy functions at a whole nother level on all fronts. Yeah. So it's like the games that he plays, the power plays. It's like this dude, this dude is literally if a power tie were a person. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that,
yeah.
That's who he is. That's for real. It's crazy.
It's like if Adolf Hitler has superpowers. That's what it's more like.
And
even though he's not against Jewish people, it's just that he would just kill indiscriminately. Like
in his character being there is like they're not saying that, but they're saying it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's wow. It's such a nuanced character, yo.
Yes.
I won't even say Adolf Hitler either, because
not Adolf Hitler, because he's not a serial killer. He ordered.
Not only that, because Homelander still wants to be liked. Hitler didn't care if he was liked.
Every serial killer at their base wants to be liked, bro. That's the whole reason why they're killing people is because they're not.
They just want to be seen in a way.
Yes, they want to be seen, bro. I did a full senior year thesis on serial killers, bro. On the mind of a serial killer, how shit works, bro. Let me tell you, they want to be liked. Every one of them wants to be liked, yo. And they kill because they're not. They kill because they're not. That's why. Like you see how Homelander started going off the rails when he found out he's not number one on the polling anymore. That's when he started going off the rails. Yo, he lost his fucking mind now. Now he's like, okay, I'm not number one. I'm gonna make everybody feel the pain, bro.
Yep.
It's such a nuanced character.
But yeah, how you felt about that scene though, Dave?
Man, that was hilarious, yo. Like you could tell that he was literally just there. Oh, hey, how you doing? Just literally just to let her know, look how fast I can get in touch with your man. I can stand right next to him and make her like that fearful. So he was lording that fear over her. And then writing the cast was just to embarrass him, to make him seem like the chump. Like so he was trying to get in both of their heads, even though he don't need to get in Huey's head. He thinks she was a true nobody. But he's trying to get in both of their heads, really, to just be like, yo, I can kill you both anytime I fucking feel like it.
And
if I wake up on a Wednesday,
protect him again.
Yeah. Well, not didn't make his girl. She just opened her mouth. I don't think she should have said that. She should have just kept her mouth shut. Like, okay, man, you got this. Like when a person like that, who's that crazy in their fucking head, you want them to think that they're in control. Because if they're in control, they won't do anything. All right, it's when they're not in control is when they'll start trying to make changes.
Right.
Let me delete this person from the planet. Let me throw Huey to the sun. Like, so you always want them to think that she's in control. She's being stupid with that, trying to challenge him. Like, I don't even know if she can beat him. If they make her beat him at the end, I'm gonna be so mad, Mike.
I
know. But not just be her, just her going against him. But anyway, go ahead, yo.
Maine, let's talk about this scene, man. Your boy A-Train, and when he redid the Pepsi commercial with the cops and stuff like that, showing I guess police and whatever. How you feel about that scene, man?
Look, bro, like first off, I knew it was coming. Like as soon as I saw like the two sides, I was like, you bet not. And sure enough, they pulled out that can. I was like, I just looked. I went like my wife was sitting right next to me. I just went like this.
Wow.
And they did it, and they followed through with it. And I was just like, yo, this is not a good look.
No.
Like it just wasn't a good look.
Not a good look on who? The show writers?
It's not.
Amazon?
It's
the actor?
Yo.
All of it.
All across the board. Wow.
I was like, this one ain't good.
That's what I said.
And I was like, yeah, no, and I hated it. Hated it.
Well, let me ask you from the character standpoint. What do you think about A-Train?
I think A-Train, I think that honestly, and I haven't read the comics, and I think I will real soon, so I can like kind of understand.
I'll give you a site. Whether you can find them all, yo.
Okay. Oh, appreciate
it's a
that.
Free
man,
site. It's a free site, yo. So
perfect. I feel like as A-Train exhibits some qualities that I honestly resonate with, and I could understand. I know what that character feels like. I know what he feels like, what he's going through, and I think that it makes him much more relatable. And I feel like I think he's on a redemption arc. He's descending, but I think at some point he's gonna have a redemption arc. And I think that regardless of what he's gonna do later, I think that there's something about him that people can understand and identify with, and hope that he gets this kind of like status back. If not, I mean, we get it, and not all stories end up well. But I think that the way that they're portraying A-Train is that you can empathize with what he's going through for sure.
Okay, Dave, how you felt about that commercial scene there?
That's first of all, man, that's really deep, yo. That's really deep about A-Train, because I think you're right too, yo. But yeah, that whole commercial scene, definite shocker, bro. Like, Like when I saw it, I was like, "Whoa, no, they didn't." But it tricked me. I'm sure it tricked y'all too. Like in the beginning, when he was like, "Oh, there's something more important," I really thought he was leaving like to see whatever he was doing, or really like make that hero turn, and then he sold the fuck out and did that bullshit. Like I was just like, "Damn." My thoughts on A-Train as a character is he is weak. He's weak as fuck. Not like power wise. Strength wise, inner strength wise, like he bends over for anybody or anything, and literally he's just like Homelander. If you think about it, his whole arc so far has been about trying to get people to like him again.
Yeah,
straight up. He's another one, he's like a rap motherfucker because you see his fear, Homelander's fear worked on A-Train and had A-Train go blow up their whole shit.
Oh, like, speaking of them, have y'all seen their music videos they dropped like before the season started? Like the A-Train rap video?
No.
No.
How bad is it, yo?
I'll put it in the chat, bro.
How bad is it, yo? How bad?
Yo, and listen, it ain't short either. It's like 4 minutes long. It's a whole song.
Is it just A-Train? Is it just A-Train?
Yeah, he got one. Starlight got a singing one when she's singing and shit.
What about Homelander? Tell me Homelander got one, yo.
Nah, he ain't got one.
Oh, his probably should have just been like, I'll laser you. Like, yo.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the chat, bro. I watched them all, honestly.
Like, wow, how many was it, yo?
It's like 4. It's like 3 or 4. But it's other stuff too. Like they got a bunch of short stuff.
Is it worse? Is it worse than The Rock on that Tech 9 joint?
Oh man, why you have to bring that up, man? Yo, there's a rule. We do not bring up the I was not. I had it out of my head for like a good 2 months, bro. Come on, man.
The A-Train joint bad, bro. It's bad. That's what I'm gonna say.
It's worse than that Rock shit. If it's worse than that Rock shit, I might not even.
Nah, it might not be worse than the Rock shit. This one got better production, I think, but it's bad. Y'all let me know. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay. Yo, what do y'all feel about his whole art? His wanting to rebrand. His do you think it's sincere that he really wants to do something about these problems?
I think the thing about his brother might be getting to him as far as like we'll get to that scene, but as far as like what's going on there, him with the African suit, that's a little bit. You don't need all that. You know what I mean?
That's a little on the nose.
But I think maybe I don't know if that's like his home area where his brother live at, where he told him about what was going on.
Well, isn't where he lives? Isn't that Philly? Am I right? Did he say that happened on the streets of Philadelphia?
He said Trenton. Trenton.
Okay, Trenton. That's home.
Yeah, that's home. Yeah.
You better look for A-Train outside the house, Mike. He might be about to rat on your ass. Mikey here doing pods all day. Like, Homeland, go get him.
You know what though? I think that what might happen is that right now it seems that he's trying to find where he belongs, or trying to find a cause that could make him stand out or make him be seen as somebody that's worthy of being liked. But I think through this process, what's going to happen is he's going to actually start to care about these issues. And I think that the rebranding, I understand that and identify with that, because low key, I've been thinking about doing something similar myself, but that I'm not nowhere near like somebody alluded to in the show that like, yo, you this far in the game and now you trying to do that. Like that's totally different. You know what I mean? And especially when you're trying to look at numbers and statistics and the way that they out there and the way that they being seen and portrayed, all those analytics, whether people know it or not, people watching the show, that stuff actually matters. They actually do that stuff. Your views, the way you're portrayed, the way that you respond to questions, all that stuff is stats that add to how you're seen and how you're portrayed and how you're received. So that late in the game, I don't know, but I think that over time he'll start to care about some of those causes. And like you were saying, Mike, there's something that might be a tie to his brother in a way to what's going on. It's just he's trying to figure out his way within this group at the same time while dealing with the other stuff he's dealing with.
So do you think that his wanting to be back on the 7 is like a secondary, like it's going to be the effect to his cause, so to speak? Like you think do you think in his head that if he backs these good causes that they're gonna let him back on the 7, or you think he just wants back on the 7 any way, shape, or form? Like, but to be like a highly regarded member, because he's on the 7. He's on the 7, but he's not a highly regarded member. He wants to be like he's been there for a while. He said. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so he wants to be like treated like Black Noir. He wants to be treated like Maeve, like Homelander. Like it's like
yeah. I think that what I think if from me, right, I think my aim at that point in time, right, if you notice that like it's not working out for you on a grander scale, maybe what he's trying to also do is get the attention of his community, so that way they could start to build that by word of mouth, and then it will start to spread that way, and that's his way in, is to target a niche, to target a demographic, work with that demographic, show them that you're worthy of whatever you're trying to prove or whatever you're trying to get them to understand and trying to get them to agree with, and then it will start to spread from there. I think that's what he's trying to do.
you haven't read the comic books, but you're actually way more on point than what you think you are, yo. Like there's a literal what you just described. There is a literal instance of that happening in the comic books early on in the run. So
feels good,
so
man.
I mean,
we talk about him.
yeah.
Let me see if I can share this with y'all. Hold on one second here. I'm about to try to share this whole thing with y'all.
Told you I should. Well, I actually am. I should be getting more into writing, man. I can see that stuff a mile away.
Bro, like they did an angle where Vought told this hero that he has to go and be the hero for the gays. So he was not gay. He hated gay people, but he had to go there and shake their hands and take pictures with them and do all this crazy shit.
Yeah,
just to please them. And it parallels what A-Train's doing. A-Train, he said he's trying to find a niche. He's trying to find a certain demographic that's going to boost him up and raise his scores. And that way, whenever they say, oh, it's Pride Month, we can whip out the one who represents the gays. When it's Black History Month, we can whip out A-Train. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. That's crazy, yo. Damn, yo. Yeah, you should get into writing, bro.
Oh, believe me, I got some stuff. But yeah,
you were trying to put the video on, Mike. While we was
yeah.
Please no, please. You're gonna ruin my high. You're gonna ruin my high, man.
It's a good video, man.
All right, man. All right, go ahead, yo.
That I'm about to say that Price is Right. Boom, 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 boom.
How do I share this stuff?
Oh, you got it.
Huh? Well, this is our screen here. You're looking at.
Is it click on that tab up there? Is that?
Oh shit! It's like infinity.
What's that? What's that, man?
A-Train, Faster Official.
Oh, you see it?
You're on the stream.
Wait, can y'all see it now?
No. Can you see it? There we go. Now we can see it. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't hear it though, which is probably a good thing.
Well, this is how it looks. I'll still send it to y'all. So, but this is this music video with the screen.
That looked like the video from All About the Benjamins.
Right. And then it's and this one right here, if you can see it, this is and that's one. And this is Starlight.
What Starlight is gonna sing in the arms of you.
Yeah. I was surprised I didn't see these jokes before, actually. So.
No, I still haven't seen the cartoon yet.
Oh, the cartoon's good. I removed that. Anyway, all right. What's about A-Train? Enough about him, man.
Wait, did we discuss his fight with the Deep, yo?
No, let's get into that.
It happened a little bit later.
It happened a little later, but we can get into that now. Let's talk about.
Oh no! Actually, no. You know what? Let's I'm sorry. I didn't know that was later on. So just continue with the flow of the show, because this is a very eventful episode.
It was the main. Just like I said, main just watched it. So, so they go across the they catch the plane to go across there. At that particular time, to still try to find that. We got the fight with the Deep. A-Train did his commercial. What happened after that? I think they're over there, and then he goes to see little Nina and make the plan.
Yep.
And they don't like, so Mankind already touched on that they didn't like the plan and Butcher's whole thing. And Huey's begging now Butcher to give him the formula at the particular time.
Yeah.
He tells him no as he's taking in the bathroom. So yeah, that scene, Dave, how you felt about that?
Yeah. No, that was I just felt like that scene moved the show along. There was not really inconsequential that happened on the plane. I would have liked to see Huey. Sorry, Stewie. I'd like to see Huey actually show how he stole the shit. But in a way, it helped out later in the show with the shock and awe, because if they would have showed that, then you would have been expecting it. So So yeah, no, I kind of like the way they did that scene, how they kept it hidden that he did it, but he could have taken it. I just want to know when or how. That's all.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we do see Starlight. She goes to or her ex-boyfriend again. What's his name again now?
Supersonic.
Supersonic.
Yeah. So he's like, yo, I'm 10 toes in. I'm gonna help you. I got you. I got your back. Whatever goes down, I got you, and stuff like that. So he's all in. She tells him that there's a plan. I missed the part, Dave. My fault. Here's the part we missed. Maeve training. So we don't see Maeve that much.
Yeah.
But in this whole season, really. But we see she's in the shadows training to be ready for Homelander when the time does come. So how that make you? We thought about that. Let me ask Maeve.
I thought. Oh, Mosan, go ahead, Maeve.
I was just gonna say that first it was good to see that, but I think that like wouldn't Homelander hear that though? You know what I mean? Like
I always think that.
Homelander
should be able to hear them at any time.
Anywhere. He should be able to hear that swing. He should be able to hear that swing, whatever that sound.
Like how super is a superhero? Well, I mean that's the thing. If he came down there and said, "Hey, what are you training for, Maeve?" She could just be like, "I'm training to fight." Like,
right. Okay. So it's not something he's really like thinking about, worried about. Okay, well, that's a threat. Okay,
but I mean, you're right. But all the conversations that they have, like, he should be able to hear whispers in the elevator.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, but you should be able to hear whispers in the elevator of the building you're in.
How good is the hearing though? I don't know. How great is it?
That's true.
Apparently, it's good enough for after those blast doors closed. Starlight was like, he can still hear you, and he was like, "Good, I don't care. I want him to hear me." So if he can hear through there, he should be able to hear almost anything, man. But I don't know. I guess it's just one of those things that's just not even.
All right. Well, how you felt about her training though, Dave?
Oh yeah. It looked dope. I like Maeve. I want to see more of her actually.
I agree.
Yeah. I would like. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty dope. I mean, it's rare you see any of them doing anything, pretty much. So seeing her actually training where her head is at, she already knows she's gonna have to die to kill him. So she's just making sure that she's gonna be at top peak performance before that happens. Which it's smart. It's smart,
And I think also to your point too, I think it showed a little bit of insight behind like you said, we rarely see them like practicing or training or anything.
Yeah, nothing.
So to see that, it was a cool like pull behind the curtain, or just if you want to call it a throwaway scene or whatever, it still added to the fact that these are heroes and they still got to keep their bodies in top shape. So I thought it was dope to see that scene, even if it was just for a little bit. It was cool to see, for real.
Right. I swear I don't recognize her when she goes to civilian clothes. Sometimes I'll be like, wait, who is that again? Oh yeah, that's Maeve. Shit. Like she looks so different in the warrior outfit versus regular civilian clothes, with the hair and a ponytail. Like, what the fuck?
Well, speaking of training and bodies in top shape, this man said, "Welcome to the gun show, Mr. E Money."
Yo,
my man.
Time.
My fault, guys. Listen, I had to drop my other son off to the other baby mom. Look at Dave's face. This nigga don't never believe nobody.
No, I believe you. I'm just like, damn, you could have said something.
Wait. You said you had to take the Cleveland Browns to the Super Bowl?
Basically.
That's fucked up, E. That's fucked up. What's good, homie?
Hey, yeah, we were talking about E just now, bro. We were up to the scene where we saw Maeve actually training for once. How you felt about watching her, training for ready for Homelander and shit?
What, training for her death? Because that shit was weak as hell.
Right.
Yo, weak as hell. She was definitely training for her death. She's dead. I'm sorry. If she don't move correctly, she's gonna die. That man is smelling himself. Like this is the craziest I've ever seen him so far for me. So like he not scared of nothing, he not worried about nothing. Everything feels good. Like this.
Yeah. But I think at the same time though, right? To piggyback off of that, he's still in a state of, of course, later on the show, we'll see differently, but he's still also operating in a nothing to lose kind of thing too.
Right.
So there's that aspect too. That's magnified by somebody insane as he is. So all that, he's feeling himself and he's still got nothing to lose. Man, that dude's a ticket.
That is literally a recipe for disaster right there.
It really is with somebody at his magnitude, his power, man.
But Maeve is smart. Maeve knows this is what it's gonna come to.
Right.
She already sees the path he's on.
Who is his kryptonite? Like the way the show is going, I know the comic.
Ask yourself who's Superman's kryptonite, because there is none. Like, it's gonna have to be a combined effort. That's why they're looking for that gun to take him out. Whatever gun took out Soldier Boy could take him out, or they think. But you heard them say it already. It might not even work.
And I'm going to ask you this too, because I know you know more about this stuff. With Black Noir, what is his healing power? Because his face is still messed up. Because I remember when she shoved the candy bar in his throat, and his face was still all scarred.
Yeah, that character was made for this show. It wasn't made in the books. He was never like this in the books. So when speaking with that character's power, I really can't speak to it. I only know of who Black Noir really is. I only know him from that in the books.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you know, right? Yeah,
yeah.
It's supposed. Yeah, so since they're not
exactly,
and they're really making Homelander be a killer, like a real wild motherfucker, instead of doing it like the book. I'm trying to figure out how this is going. Like how this is going to. Like,
well, we can say one thing. This season finale gonna be crazy when we get to it.
I know it is.
Oh man, hell yeah! But you know what?
I thought they were gonna reveal that Black Noir thing in season 1.
Trenton on the map. The boys. Let's
there
go.
It is. There it is. But you know what though?
You heard him right. You heard the Trenton right. You heard him right.
He did. But I will say this though, man. I think you asked the question: what is Homelander's kryptonite? You know what I honestly think it is, in my honest opinion.
Go ahead.
Because of the character that he is, I think the truth. When somebody says something about him or makes him it visibly upsets him and it messes him up. So I think in a way that's one of those. It disarms him. It brings him. At that point, he's not he's not a god. Like again, when we get to the episode where him and Edgar had that exchange.
Edgar.
You say the truth. Homelander, man, he's a kid. But it's those things that I think at some point, if you want to take him out, you're gonna have to do that to him to disarm him for just a second. So you got a window.
And
boom.
Because you see it in the last season, right? They had to get rid of Homelander so they can attack Stormfront, but they really couldn't attack Homelander. So they made him go another direction, right? And they all try to chip her. And shit like that.
Yeah.
Smart. That was smart. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's literally
Homelander too, though, honestly.
Homelander's only weakness is another Homelander. That's it.
That's what I'm thinking. So
then think about this, man. If he was poured out of a tube, how many more did they pour?
Right.
You know what I mean? How many tubes were there?
Because what stuck with me is when Edgar said, "You're not Vault's most valuable asset."
As I said, there's a reason that he's not afraid. We got to get to that scene too, yo.
Yeah, he's
him
not
and Homelander, yo.
He's not afraid. Like he don't. Yo, I loved him in every step on home. It's your birthday. You can cry if you want to.
Right.
Like he don't
hurt like
man, when I'm in my 40s and 50s, that's who I want to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like
y'all ever play Far Cry 5?
Oh, see, I haven't gotten into it yet, but I've seen them. But he's super smooth. That's how I want to be. Hey, listen, hey, that's what you want to do, baby. That's what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's all good.
Facts, yo. I really respect him as an actor.
Everything he in, bro. He's so good.
Everything he in, he like it's. I believe him. He could play mad different roles, and he looks like different.
Hold on,
people.
What role? Name one of his roles right now, real quick. The number one you know him for.
Number one I know him for. Damn, it's a couple. It was one.
Come on, man. The one you're always gonna call him. You know how like if you see The Rock, you're like, well, I can't say that.
Yeah, don't say that. Yeah, not a good.
Hold up, because I know.
When you say rock, I say rapper.
What show? Yeah. What show do you know him from most?
With slicker black hair, curls at the end, with glasses. Well, he still look like that. What the fuck I'm talking about. But damn.
Yo, if I said the name Gus, yo, did that ring a bell?
Gus. Don't say nothing. Hold up, because it's sparking. You know,
oh my God. He smoked too much.
Right. It's sparking.
He smoked too much.
And while you figuring it out, hit that conveyor belt that you got down there too. God damn it.
You talking about the food?
All right, while you figuring that out, E, let's go to that scene you're talking about, Dave. Because we're up at that point where they're having a meeting with Homelander leading the meeting, and then we get the Deep's wife, chiming in. I don't know why she's even in the building, by the way, but that's neither here nor there. But
I think she's a plant. I think she's a vault plant.
That's what I said. She's a plant because her and Homelander are on the same page. We never seen them talk or nothing, so I feel like something's odd about that.
But we do get A-Train, trying to put out his idea to go to Trent and try to help out, and then the Deep wife tell him no. He put his little 2 cents in. He don't like it, so they have kind of a mini fight in the hallway. The Deep and A-Train, and the Homelander kind of like, all right, y'all done, boys. So, E, how you felt about that whole thing, between the Deep and the A-Train?
I'm pissed off at A-Train, man. A-Train is a fucking sellout. I'm pissed off, bro. And now I'm finding out his roots is from the hood. Nick,
right.
what's wrong with you? Over there cowering like a little bitch in front of this. Come on, man. You a speedster. You damn near the flag.
Right.
How you acting like that? You couldn't get an all-black A-Train outfit. It had to be like that. Like I'm a little upset with A-Train and the way he be moving, man. Like how can he even redeem himself from the shit he doing?
We just talked about him for a few minutes, but he got on the show, so we'll see. Maine, how you felt about that interaction between A-Train and Deep, though?
Yo, A-Train sucker punched the shit out of Deep. Just straight. He sucker punched the hell out of him, man. That exchange was interesting, just verbally, right? That was physically, but verbally, it was interesting because, as we see later on, that conversation, that interaction, whether he admitted it or not, it got A-Train's wheels spinning, and he started to think about some stuff. And I think that it was interesting to see the Deep. We all know he a ratty, just slimy dude.
Man.
And we know how he moves. But to see him get to a point to where he's even taking shots and making A-Train doubt some stuff and question some stuff, I was like, oh, okay. So really, maybe, well, now this is official. A-Train is the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
He at the bottom. And I thought that verbally and physically, it was a nice quick scene that they did to further the narrative and further his story, further the descent of A-Train. But at the same time, while he's descending, you see the rise and the ascent of Deep. It was crazy, but it was well done.
Dave?
I thought that was the funniest scene in the whole show. The fact that these two superheroes, their threats to each other was, I'll get Homelander to fuck you up. No, I'll get Homelander to fuck you up, because they both just quoted the dirt they got on each other, and they'll tell Homelander. Instead of saying, I'll fuck you up and I'm going to fight you, they were like, I'll get Homelander to fuck you. I was like, yo, they both some bitches, bro.
The camera zoom in when they got the ear.
Yeah, when he got the ear. Oh, yeah, I'll tell Homelander you said that. I'll tell Homelander you said that.
I still feel like A-Train should have whooped that ass up.
Yo, honestly, the fight was whack. I still have yet to see what Deep could do. What the fuck can Deep do? Literally, he talks to fish. That's it. But yo, bro, you're in a building. What fucking fish you need? You got to eat your boy in front of Homelander, like, bro. Nah, man. I'm very skeptical of what Deep could do.
Needed one more thing. I first remember Stan Edgar from the joint with Martin and Tim Robbins. I had to think about it. He was the one. Remember when they was robbing the gas stations? He was the one with the hair. And when Martin got the gun and he was like,
nothing to lose. Nothing to lose.
Yeah, nothing to lose.
Yeah, nothing to lose. That's
it.
Yeah.
That's where you know him from the most.
Yo, fresh. I remember him.
Yo, E, you ever seen a show called Breaking Bad?
Oh yeah, he is in Breaking Bad. Yeah, but
Gustavo Fring. The Pollo Chicken.
Pollo Chicken, yeah. Pollo.
Yeah. He is in Breaking Bad. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, nothing to lose was good though. I mean,
he was also
on your motherfucking head. We're gonna eat.
Fresh King of New York.
That's where I remember him from.
King of New York too. Yeah, King of New York. Yeah. That's another hit.
All right, so moving forward, man. After that, we do get the biggest mistake for what's the guy's name again? The fuck, I keep forgetting his name. Starlight's ex-boyfriend. Supersonic. Yeah, he tells A-Train that they got something brewing, basically, to take out Homelander in the elevator, and that was probably the biggest mistake of biggest mistake of his life. At that particular point.
A-Train is straight 6'9" right now.
Oh, right. I can't stand that, and I had high hopes for him. Like I thought he was going to turn around a little bit. He is sellout, man. He is
when we get to that, bro. Yeah, when we get to that scene, I got some thoughts on why I think that happened. But
all right, well, next thing is we're back at the overseas there, and we're having a little conversation with Butcher and Mother's Milk, MM. And I'm trying to tell him, yo, listen, I don't like the way you moving. You know, you got to kind of calm down with Frenchie and Kimiko. And what was that shit with Ryan a few weeks ago? Like, you know what's going on. And then Butcher telling him, listen, man, we bring you here to keep it together. Because I guess Butcher saying, like, I know I'm crazy, but I need you to keep us kind of grounded. How you felt about that scene with Butcher and MM Main on that part?
I thought it was a testament to MM and it made me personally, because I've been in a situation similar to that, where you start to wonder, like you're brought into a group, or whether it's a job or whether it's your coworkers, whether it's whatever it is, and you aren't seen as the person up front, but low key, you're there to you're the glue. You're the one to keep everybody in line, whether you're aware of it or not. And he found out. That's why he was brought in. He was brought in because of how he was able to keep everybody in line. And honestly, I respect the hell out of people like that, because people like that, like he said, like he pulled the supposed leader of the boys to the side and was like, yo, hey, I don't know what you got going on, but I don't like it. And you need to cut it out like ASAP, because I'm not going to tolerate it. And you need people like that. And I think that was a dope way to solidify and to show everybody viewing and watching how important and how integral MM is to this group. He ain't just a dude with a heart. This dude's keeping this entire group together at all times.
Right.
I thought it was nice how they had that discussion and that discourse, and he found out just how important he is to the boys. It was a dope moment.
What about you? You felt the same way?
Yeah, I agree with Maine all the way.
Okay.
Sir, Maine say it, you ain't got to touch on it, because he said it well enough where you can just be like,
I feel you. Dave, any thoughts on that scene?
Yeah, it basically showed that Butcher, that two things. One, it showed Mother's Milk's importance to the team. Like, he literally is the glue that holds this shit together. Not only that, though, but it shows that Butcher knows that he's off the rails. And if he thought that he had everything under control, he wouldn't need Mother's Milk there to try to hold everything together. He don't have everything under control. He's off the rails damn self. So, that being said, it shows a lot of, I guess, trust from Butcher toward Mother's Milk. Like, you know, you're here to get my back and their backs, like, whatever. But yeah, I thought it was a very important scene. Now we know that team is nothing without MM, man. Like, for real. Like, they would fall apart within 3 days' time.
But
if that was the case.
The problem with the team is, by now, we all know Butcher is willing to go to the gates of hell if he has to get what he needs to get done.
Oh, for sure.
So there shouldn't be no shock when he do stuff. That's my problem. Motherfuckers shocked and mad. Like, motherfucker, you already know he on the edge. And he lost Shorty. He's really Shorty gone. There's nothing there to keep him stable.
Right.
Gone.
Well, speaking of over the edge, let's talk about one of the crazy scenes of the show. The next scene is Kimiko and her dress. And she goes to take my man out, and there's women and dildos and guns and all types of shit going on.
It's a flounder powder.
Who wants to touch on that scene first?
I want E to take this one.
So why when I saw that shit, right? I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is his superpower? Like, does he take those and put them on his? Like, I'm thinking he rotates and switches up joints and attaches them to him.
We'll never know.
Right? I'm like, what the fuck? You know, so.
But he wasn't a soup. He wasn't a soup though.
No. He
He
wasn't.
was just
Okay.
he was just a government official.
The regular
okay.
guy, right, but it just fucked me up because of the toys he had. We'll call them toys. The toys he had up in there. So I'm thinking his power was something to do with the toys. But I don't know why. You know they always fuck us up with crazy like shit. So that's what I'm thinking they about to go real crazy. But not having that shit. And yo, you know how strong you got to be to push a rubber, something rubber through somebody's head, through people, through guards. Like I didn't even know she was that fucking strong. She's up there. That's like,
bro.
She's really up there. And I almost forgot she was Wolverine.
That's what I was saying. She's X-23 damn near.
Without the claws.
You're right.
The claws.
Yeah, she's raw. I know some of these characters are different, but I like it. I like when they break it down and give us an X-23. You got an Ant-Man. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Dave, how you felt about that whole scene, bro?
Disappointed. Only in the fact that I wanted him to name all 7 of them. The name killed me. He said, I got the deep flounder pounder.
Right. Yo,
the names, I was dying. He only named like 2 or 3 of them, yo. He grabbed he named the Homelander one, the Deep one, and the Starlight one. But I wanted to hear the funny ass names they had for the remaining other one. But anyway, it was an amazing scene. After that, obviously, she went crazy and killed pretty much everyone in that damn house except for the chicks. And then the chick shot her, and seeing how fast the bullet popped out, that shit was nuts, yo. I loved it, yo. Kamiko is a badass, straight up. But yeah, it was a great Grizzly scene, man, definitely. So I loved it. 10 out of 10 on that scene.
Man, your thoughts on that scene, bro?
Yo, I'm glad I had my headphones on and I was on my iPad, because if I was watching that with my kids, bro, oh my god, like that was crazy. with this first, like when the thing first came through on, so I was like, oh my god, like it was crazy. After that, like I would say the choreography was dope.
Yes.
I thought the nice little moment of levity when she was like, when the thing broke, she sliced it. She was like, but damn, and then she grabbed another one and she blasted the other one over his head. Like it was dope how the choreography it shows that literally in the right hands anything's deadly.
Yeah,
and that's what I like, the point that they got across with her. She's you give her.
You know what I didn't like though. I love the scene overall.
Yeah,
but what I didn't like is. Well, you know what? I'll wait till we get back till we get to that part. But the scene was dope.
Yes,
it's more about Kimiko, but I'll wait till we get back to that.
Okay.
The next part though is that they
No, I said you probably just ain't like what I ain't like. I ain't like certain shit she did.
Yeah,
like, I wouldn't have been apologetic when you shoot me in my head.
Yeah, stuff like that. But I'm gonna get to it. But next thing we see, they're all gathered because they're having this press conference finally, where Vicky's supposed to come at Homelander, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And they're all together, the whole 7. And then he walks in, and then she pulls the okie doke, and she throws Edgar under the bus at the time, showing her fear. And Homelander walks out smiling because he already knew that he had her and stuff like that. So, kind of touched on it earlier. Eva, how you felt about that?
Man, that shit pissed me off. But one thing, I love how Edgar moved. He made sure he let her see. She saw that he really cared about her. He showed that. Eyes cared. He showed that he really cared about her. And he really had love for her, regardless of how she felt. But at the same time, remember what he said. I taught her how to play all sides of the board, no matter what. So I feel like it's a game plan behind it. Is them birds?
I do hear birds.
That's me. Yeah, my bad. Hold up.
Oh.
It ain't nothing wrong. I'm just
that make her turn around and tell them, shut the hell up.
I thought he about to get shot. I thought it was a bird call. I thought he about to get shot or something like that.
What are you?
Right.
Hey, it looked like he's about to do one of these right here. Look, get this shit. Shut your ass up. Get your ass up.
All right. Anyway, May, how you felt about the press conference and her pulling the whole okey doke there, man?
Hey, it was smooth. I'm not gonna lie, it was super smooth. I went as soon as home because I pick up on tones and body language, all that. So when he walked into the room and his response was, "Oh, that," I knew something went down immediately.
Yeah.
He was so pressed about it ahead of time that's your response. That's the thing, is he never really verbally or physically or emotionally acts as if something doesn't bother him. You can tell. There's signs and some tells. And when he said it, I was like, he did something off top. And sure enough, when she said what she said, I was like, boom. And they of course the camera panned over and everybody looked at him and he was just like, you know what I mean? I knew something had went down. And I felt like they did that scene well, because they let everybody know that this man, like we said earlier, ain't got nothing to lose, and he's feeling himself. So this was a power play all the way.
It was. I didn't like it, but it was.
Any thoughts on that scene, Dave?
Yeah, he coming. I feel like Edgar been around too long.
Dave, we can't hear you, man.
Yo, so sorry. So yeah, seeing that scene definitely. Again, it's the power of Homelander, man. The power of fear, yo. She was so afraid for her child and her own life that she went ahead and betrayed the one dude who looked her out since she was a kid, since she killed her parents. That's crazy. It was just a crazy thing. I'm just like, damn. And you know, and I like how they did it too when she did it right at the press conference when he's there, so that he could be arrested like on camera. You know what I mean? Even though he wasn't even arrested, I think he was just escorted out or something like that. I don't know. Was he arrested?
Yeah.
He was escorted out, but he wasn't he wasn't arrested though.
No.
Yeah,
he under investigation. He wasn't arrested.
He's under investigation. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But yeah, he was escorted out. I was like, damn, it was like you almost felt the power shift from from Edgar to Homelander.
Yeah. I didn't feel no power shift.
Yeah, I felt the power shift, bro.
I felt the betrayal, but I feel like Edgar's been around too long and he is too damn dangerous. I feel like Edgar has like some shit with him that we probably gonna see later.
But you know what though? I will say that there was a power shift, because even if you could split it between the two parties, whether you may not have seen it as a power shift between him and Edgar, there was definitely a power shift between him and the Seven now.
Yeah,
so regardless of that, like that, what's going on between Edgar and Homelander, that's on between them. Yeah. But on the other side of that screen, everything shifted in that damn room. Everything.
And then
big time.
I think he killed Homelander. I don't know if am I going ahead when I say this?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, you are. But let me see where I'm at right now. Speaking of Homelander, so after that, we get him popping up at Vicky's crib in his little Batman way. We pops up out the shadows and shit, looking at her tampons and shit. So
that was right fuck, man.
Yeah.
When you could do anything, what are limits?
He said heavy flow month.
We ain't got no magical people yet. Shit.
Right. All right. So Dave, since you're talking about it, how you felt about that scene, bro?
Again, yet another scene with Homelander steals the show, yo. Like to see him in there examining her tampons, and he's like, heavy flow month. Bro, I don't know how much of this stuff they actually wrote for him versus how much he actually just ad-libbed, bro.
Right,
but it's hilarious, man.
I did laugh when he said that shit. I was cracking up.
It's hilarious. I mean, it's an asshole thing, but it's hilarious, yo.
But he also told her that he knows who she is. He knows about her powers.
Yeah,
he knew everything and shit like that.
And that's it. And she knew not to betray him. And he was just there, I guess, to reinforce the idea.
What made me mad is that he said he got the files from Edgar's desk. I'm like, bro, why would Edgar leave that shit? Homelander can get anywhere the fuck he want.
That's what I'm saying. She got to know better than that. Edgar is strategic. He ain't leaving that shit around.
Nope.
Even if he said something slick though, didn't she say like, "Nah, this isn't. This wasn't from Edgar." And he's like, "Yeah, sure it was." And
yeah, so, he said he broke into his office or whatever he did, something like that.
I will give the people that created the show respect, because before I was feeling Homelander, like I liked him a little bit, even though he was on some bullshit. Now I don't like him at all.
It's a good show then.
Yeah,
it's a great show. If you hate the character, yeah,
he's a great heel.
I'm sorry, I love him. But yo, don't you want to see more of him, E?
Yeah, I want to see him hurt. I want to see something happen to him. Like that's.
But you want to, but regardless,
you want to see he generating mad heat.
Yes, if he's a wrestler, he's getting mad heat.
He get mad heat. And ain't no works, it's all shoot. All shoot.
All shoot, bro.
Yeah. So Kimiko comes back. This is my issue. And her and Frenchie talk, and she says, "Listen, man, he sent me to do this, that, and the third. Butcher is controlling us, and I don't want to do no more, and we need to leave." And Frenchie, ultimately agrees. My thing about her, because she was like, those girls, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, but you saved those girls' lives. Right. That's my problem. I'm like, yo, you killed a bad man. It wasn't like he was a good dude. So my thing is like,
you don't feel like a hero, right?
Yeah, you should feel like, yo, I saved like 10 girls from whatever this guy was buying and selling them and shit like that and stuff like that. So I don't have a problem with that. But anyway, how you guys felt about her ultimately talking about leaving and Frenchie agreeing? Man, how you felt about that part, bro?
I ain't like
what though? I personally, I also didn't like it. I felt like this is not the time to be splitting up. You know what I mean? Like, this is not the time to be splintering and making your own damn firm and making your own law, like doing like some daredevil shit. He ain't got time for that. This is not the time. And what's going to happen is with that decision and with Frenchie saying what he said, this is going to cause more problems because now what are you doing? You're taking away members of this group that in their own way, shape, and form have strengths that add to the whole. And if you start splintering, I get it. I get what she's saying, but it ain't that's not the move. I didn't like it.
My thing is, look at the glass half full, the silver lining. Yes, you had to kill somebody, but you also saved the girl.
You saved way more than you thought you was going to do in the first place.
Right.
Right. You thought it was going to be a hit, but you actually saved some people. Like, it's crazy. I like it's a spit in the face to our brother. Like, that's a straight spit in the face, man.
Yeah, Dave, how you felt about that? Her decision and with Frenchie.
Yeah, I think she's just going through the motions. She don't know what it is. She's not the kind of person, especially with her powers, who can live a normal life because she's always got that bloodlust. So yeah, I think she's just going through motions. I think honestly the show is just abusing the trope. You know how like when teams start to fracture, people start wanting to leave and break up, and so this is her reason for doing that. But basically, Kimiko's a killing machine. It's basically what her power is, to kill. So
supersonic pack.
Supersonic pack. We'll get to that too. But yeah, man. I don't like it. Basically, I'm watching the boys. I want to see the whole team. I don't want to see people trying to leave and we're gonna go and just disappear and just bro. Sorry, it don't work like that.
Right, and just to let y'all know, if y'all do leave, y'all ain't getting no spinoff.
Right,
pretty much, right.
All right, so we're up to that point. We got to talk about the whole show, the showdown between Homelander and Edgar. So, go ahead. How you felt about that whole show?
Edgar be cutting the motherfucker tooth in the fry. I don't know if that was written for him or did he ad-lib that shit. That shit, yo. Every time Homelander thought he had something of any superiorness, shit got snatched ASAP with a slick answer, with a quick, smooth, he basically tried to make him like belittle him about how Shorty traded on him, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not upset about that."
Right.
I taught her to be like that. I taught her to join all sides. So basically, Homelander, don't be surprised when she bites you back in your ass, because I taught her to play that game. And then
and he played on his need to be liked and need to be loved.
Right, played on that, and then killed him with, "I was tired. I'm glad you could run this now. You will see how hard it is." Like, yo, just flat out like, yo, bro, you think you got a victory, but you don't know you're putting yourself deeper in the pot. Which he really is, though. If he don't do that shit correctly, you already know what's gonna happen. That shit's gonna go like Vault is gonna try to take him out.
Man, brother, how you felt about this whole scene, man? What your thoughts on it, I should say? I know you felt about it.
Man, that man said 2 things that stuck out to me, and I was like, damn. He said, you know what? Paraphrasing, he says, you know what? Good. Because now you ain't got me to protect your ass.
Right.
And real soon, they gonna see the monster you really are. And it's gonna be too late.
Hey, yo, let me
I
get
was
water.
like, Jesus. Then he followed up with, you're not a god. You're just simply bad product. I was
Right. That's the one right there.
Forgot about that shit.
That stung.
I
know
was
that
like,
stung.
God.
Shout out to
Man, I paused it. I said, shit. And what happened, right? And also the calmness, the coolness we all talking about. Let's take it back. You're in a room with a man who could obliterate you, and you standing there sipping that Cavassier,
right?
staring out the window, not even looking him in the eye.
Yeah, I want to ask David about that, bro. Did you think any part the Homelander might try to kill him in that scene?
No, not at all. Because Stan Edgar is too important to the show right now. But how intense was that scene, bro?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
like woo,
scene of the entire show so far.
Yes,
man.
Yes, so far,
Man.
yes. Bro, everything. This is where I felt. You know how I said earlier? I said you felt the power shift to Homelander when he's getting escorted out of the press conference and everyone's yelling at him. This was a power shift back. Edgar letting him know.
A checkmate.
Let him know, like, I'm still not afraid of you.
Right.
Like, basically, you can't kill Stan Edgar because he's the head of Vault, the company that saved the world numerous times over, as far as the American people know, or the world knows for that matter. So you go ahead and kill him. That's like killing Jesus, bro. You can't kill him, and Homelander knows it. Homelander knows you can't kill Stan.
Right.
Let me ask you about a scene I didn't see coming at all because it was like surprising. Dave, I'll start with you. Vicky giving her daughter the Compound V, I guess. That
was extremely weird, but I think she's doing it because she doesn't trust Homelander. I guess Homelander over there smelling her tampons freaked her out. But I think she's giving that obviously to her daughter to save her daughter's life in case Homelander does come. She'll be able to be a soup and might survive the attack. Who knows? But she doesn't want her to be defenseless where Homelander could kill her with a blow. You know what I mean? Or
so you think it was the V24 or the real Compound V she gave him?
I think that was the blue. It was the blue. It wasn't the green shit. Okay. It was the blue. Yeah, it was the blue. It was the blue gel.
That blue magic, baby.
Yeah, yo.
That blue magic.
That's the shit. That's the shit that A-Train was taking.
Right.
Yeah.
Can it kill her?
What?
Can't her injection, if they don't do it right, kill her like it do everybody else when they inject them? Or you got to be an adult?
No, I've never seen anyone die from an injection. Period. Even not even.
I thought A-Train said he can't run no more, right?
No, but A-Train because A-Train was taking it over and over and over again. That's why he was abusing it. So yeah, plus he was doing a ton of other drugs.
Had powers, then they head blew off.
What happened?
Like I thought that shit had like something faulty with like adults taking it or something when you take it and it ain't taken right, you die from it or something like that.
No,
that's why
not that they've shown in the show anyway. In the comics, yes, there was like a 2%. Like everybody who took V, it was 2% that their head would blow off.
Yeah.
But those were test runs because in the comics they had nanotech in the blood that will blow the head up with a detonator. And in the comics, Butcher pushes it on a warehouse full of them, 148 fucking people. It kills 148 people in one button press. Like, it's nuts. So in the comics, yes, but they have yet to show that in the show.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because that shit was sounding real crazy when you heard her back. That shit was like,
yeah, her spine moved. I was like, oh man.
I thought she was turning into Abomination.
Right. There's certain things that you see that like people's legs getting broken in weird ways, and you're like, ooh, that's the effect it gave me, that cringe effect. Like, oh, her spine. Ooh.
You know what it made me think, Mike? It made me think of remember the cartoon they had when they was doing that to the kids, and some of the kids' powers sucked, so the parents got rid of them, and some of the kids couldn't be controlled, so the parents got rid of them, and they all go to this like facility like where Huey was at, but this facility those kids were way older. They were like older kids, like teen and up.
What cartoon was this?
This is called The Boys. It's called.
What is it? Oh, the cartoon.
The Boys.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna start watching that tonight.
Yeah, watch it, yo, because I feel like some of that stuff gives us answers to some of the stuff on the show.
Well, the next scene is when they finally get to this facility. When they're looking about what you call it, the Soldier Boy, and then they see this crazy ass hamster who's been shot up, stuff like that, which was crazy. Conversation with Frenchie and Emma, which I love, made me laugh. And then ultimately they get ambushed by the people there, and we see that they're losing. Got to use their powers. First Butcher and Huey, and then we get MM, like what the fuck. And then after that we get Soldier Boy, and he shoots his new power, I guess, at Kimiko. So that whole facility scene there, man, how you felt about that, bro? Let me start with you, bro.
Yo, hey, my inner E came out. I'm not gonna front. I was like, oh, hey, that's what I was doing all that, bro. Like, it was a dope fight scene, man. Like, it was really, really dope, man. Especially like, to me, like, hey, we're gonna talk wrestling terms real quick. I got swerved big time when he looked with my man Butcher looked back at Huey, and Huey was like, do it. You know, I'm thinking like in a way, I'm thinking, okay, he's like saying do it, but no, Huey was like, we're doing it.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? Because then when he teleported into that thing, I was like, I said, hold on, wait a minute, hold on, wait. You know what I mean? Like it was like a swerve during all this like battle and turmoil. It was crazy, but man, that scene was so dope, especially when Butcher walked out. And he was just strolling, just bullets was ricocheting off him. Everybody was like, "What the fuck?" Like it was dope, man. That was just a dope scene. No words necessary.
All right, E, how you felt about the action scene there?
I love that shit, man. You already know, especially when Butcher was ripping through everybody like that. Well, let me get to that hamster. The hamster shocked me.
Yeah.
Especially when it started cracking the glass. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Get out. That thing Ben could have got out. That shit, oh man, that shit is just crazy. Then it hit the guard in the eye.
Yeah.
What
and ate his way into his head, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, made his way into his head. And that shit's still running around somewhere. Shitting me. And then you got Huey, I'm proud of you, Huey. I'm proud of you for standing up. Fuck what everybody else talking about. You felt belittled by that man talking to you like that in front of Starlight, and you stepped it up. I'm proud of you. I hope that shit stick with you.
Okay. Any thoughts on the Soldier Boy reveal at the end of that?
Hold up. Let me just say something about that scene.
Go ahead, Dave.
Well, you. Oh, that's part of this, right?
That's part of it.
Okay, go ahead. Finish up, E.
Oh, all right. The only thing that messed me up was the energy joint, because I remember saying it and I was like, maybe it's right, because why would he be Cap with energy? Cap don't be having energy. But it kind of makes sense now, because I think they took the weapon and like did something to him with that same weapon or something they was called. Or he is the weapon.
Okay.
Because what you call it was looking fucked up.
Kimiko.
I didn't know what was going on. Like, I don't know if she even gonna make it. Because she was looking fucked up. Like,
what y'all think? Main Dave, think she's gonna live?
I think she will. I don't even though like it was like getting hit with a blast by Havoc. But at the same time, like she's X-23. Like if you want to put it in Marvel terms, like hit her getting hit by a blast by Havoc. I think she'll be good. It's just it hit her. It hit her. So it might take a little while, but she'll bounce back.
But it's supposed to stop your powers. So how is she gonna heal from that?
That's the thing.
I think we'll find out that there's probably a lot more to her than we know about too.
Ooh.
All right, Dave. What's your thoughts on the whole scene, buddy?
I loved it, man. What a fight scene. First off, the hamster, Jamie, bro. He's from the comics, also. Bro.
He is,
but he comes from a different way. It's in the comics. Huey's power isn't teleportation; it's invulnerability and super strength. So they fight some group called the Teenage Kicks, and Huey punches a hole through one of them, like through his gut, and out crawls the hamster out of the dude's ass.
Oh wow!
And Huey ended up keeping the hamster as a pet and named him Jamie.
Yo,
that was just that whole hamster thing with the V. That was just a callback to the comics.
oh, that's
Yeah.
fire.
But it was
That's
a dope
fire.
call. It was a dope callback to the comics.
That's fire.
As far as the fight scene itself, I loved it as well. Again, it seems like almost all these boys' fight scenes are extremely well choreographed.
Yeah.
Watching this whole fight scene, everything was fluid, and then then you get the big reveal that Huey got powers now. So I don't know if it's super speed, or I don't know if it's teleportation.
Yeah, I can't
because
tell.
it seemed like he pushed somebody out the way. Teleporting is just disappearing and reappearing somewhere else.
Right.
So I don't know if that was super speed or what, but it was dope to see. I'm obviously going to flesh that out next episode. And then the reveal of Soldier Boy. That he was right. That beam, whatever the fuck is in Soldier Boy, takes away powers from Soups. I think Soldier Boy they wanted Soldier Boy because he was the only one strong enough to survive them putting it in him.
Stronger than Homelander?
What? It would just delete Homelander's powers.
Homelander wasn't around yet.
Oh, Homelander was well back then when he took him. No, Homelander wasn't around yet. No, but they weren't getting him for Homelander. They were just trying to make a soup that would just be able to kill other soups.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So in that time frame, they made Homelander, and they feel like that beam. If you could take Homelander's power away, like if he couldn't fly and didn't have super strength anymore, you understand how afraid he would fucking be?
Yeah, he probably
everybody.
Yeah, he probably
like the Deep would be able to fuck him up at that point. So, I think what the Russians did was put that gun inside of Soldier Boy and try to make their own super soldier that can kill other super soldiers. So it's gonna be an interesting reveal. As far as Karen getting fucked up, I call it Karen Fukuhara. That's the actress. It's Kimiko getting fucked up. I think she's gonna live, man. She's one of the heart and soul of the boys. Even though she doesn't speak, like her actions speak way louder than some of their words.
But have
huh?
Like, did anybody die that was real close to them?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet. So the boys, as far as the whole team, they're still intact. But yeah, man, she's gonna make it. They're gonna patch her up somewhere or something. And
all right, and now we got the very last scene where they come out of this premiere and taking pictures, and then Homelander flies Starlight away. Got something to show you, and it is keep getting his name. What is it? Supersonic. Fucked up.
Yeah, we smoking.
Yeah, smoke, and he lets her know. Listen, next time it'll be Huey. So. Don't fuck with me. He says A-Train told me about the plans. Keep trying to fuck with me. It'll be Huey next time. So let's start with E. How you felt about that whole part, man?
Man, it made me sick to my stomach. A-Train did that, yeah. Because not only did A-Train do that to fuck with in the first place, he also threw your name out there, buddy.
Yeah.
He also gave Starlight your name, and that's strike 2 for you because you killed Huey's girl. So I definitely wasn't feeling that. I wish they would have showed how he pulled that motherfucker apart, because that shit looked like a puzzle down there. I could not understand that. It looked like hamburger meat and other shit down there. That shit was sickening. So I almost feel like Starlight is just like, I don't know. Like he said, what happened last time her eyes lit up like that? Like, so he like. I think she feels hopeless because I'd at least hooked off on his ass up there. Stop playing with me. Like,
he said we both know how this gonna end. Like he was very confident about it. So, yeah.
Oh well, let's do it then. Look at this nigga laying here. Look at my people's laying over here. He ain't even try to holler at me. He was just a straight up G. Fuck my code and protect me on real honest shit. Look at him. You crazy as hell, man.
Man, how you feel, buddy?
Crazy.
Man, so that scene, like where she saw my man Supersonic. Like when she saw him like laying there, I thought like, yo, it was one of those things that you expected because of the power play that happened before, right? You felt like when that was done, something that wasn't it. Like something else was on the horizon. And I felt like that was that move. And I will say that I think that A-Train's motive for that is in that moment when they had that fight and he saw that Homelander went over and picked up Deep. If you didn't think that hit him, if you didn't think that when he saw that visual of him basically saying, you know, picking him up and saying, yo, why don't you just stay on the floor and you know, whatever your whack ass legs can do, just like walk away or something when you're ready. Like that messed him up. And I think at that point in time, especially after he heard Supersonic tell him what to do, it's one of two possibilities to me. The viewer in me says that this was him taking the route of, well, at all costs, if that's what I gotta do to get my standing back and get some respect, and if I gotta do something that I don't want to do, but even more grimier, like my man the Deep, then that's what I gotta do. The writer in me thinks that this could be a way that he's able to play both sides and find a way to not only play and get on the good side of Homelander, but also still cooperate with the group to try to find a way to take him out. So he might be a double agent. That's the writer in me thinks.
Okay.
But I don't know. We'll see.
I prefer him to be. That would be good.
Right.
But that was just a suck ass move. That nigga grabbed
All
him.
right. Oh. Dave, how you felt about that whole scene there, bro?
Sorry, that was just typical Homelander, yo. Just straight up, yo. Straight up. I'm with E 100%. I would have loved to see the scene where he just beat this liver snot out of Supersonic. To this day, I have no idea what Supersonic's power was.
Yeah, right. Me either.
Right.
Well, whatever it was, it ain't match Homelander's. It didn't matter now. Because now his power is being dead. So yeah, I would have loved to see the actual action. He looked like he got his face punched in and his hands ripped off. Like his hands exploded, his face punched out. It looked like he suffered.
Laser.
He suffered. But yeah, man, it just goes to show you, Homelander, again, this is the next step. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Now he has to show her. Like the first time he just told her, don't do nothing. Now he has to show her what happens. So yeah, I think next episode she goes after A-Train. Like on some old, we're about to open up another spot. We're about to open up another spot in the 7 type shit. Because A-Train can't run. He can't run. He can't fight Starlight.
Wait, he can't. So he really can't run?
If he runs, he might die. It's a 50-50 chance he might die if he runs again. So
he did it to us.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
Yep. So yeah, I think she's gonna get at him. Either that, or he's gonna try to use his powers against her. She's gonna come after him. He's probably gonna try to use his powers and end up dying from it, and then he's gonna end up being a martyr for another hero or whoever they're gonna come in, bring in. That's what I think, anyway.
Didn't he use his powers for the Pepsi commercial?
No.
Nah,
the movie, but I think they special effects that movie thing. I think they green screened that. Because he can't run. Like he can't run. Like again, the Vault, Stan Edgar, he knows what happened, and the 7 know that he was on that shit. So they all know that he can't run. That's why Homelander's like, you're fucking useless. Like every time he takes everything to be like, you're useless. You're nothing. You got the girdle on. Like, bro, he just knows he can't do anything anymore. It's sad, but yeah.
It's sad, yo.
Yeah, but that was just typical Homelander, beginning to end, man. That's his final straw. That's basically him telling Starlight, this is your last chance. Like next time it's somebody you care about. So deep scene. I can't wait, yo. It's definitely a cliffhanger. Left me wanting that next episode real quick.
I agree.
Is Mike froze?
Is it?
Mike, wake up.
Mike is just froze, like.
This has been the Comic Cinema Crew, and this has been the boys. And we're for Maine.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, my laptop died. I get through it. Y'all motherfuckers be talking for a long time. So I can't get through it.
Sorry, man.
But anyway, that's the end of the episode, man. Just rate the episode, guys. What do you think? 1 to 10, man. How would you rate it?
Oh man, that's crazy, man. Especially after all the episodes I done seen, man. Ooh, that's tough.
I know.
You know what? Based off of like the acting and everything that I saw in this episode alone, I'm gonna give this a 9. I'm gonna give this a 9. I thought this was solid. I don't want to I want to make sure that I watch every single episode in its entirety to make sure that I can. If I find a 10, I'll probably revisit it and give you my thoughts then. But as of right now, this is a 9 for sure.
All right, E.
I have to give it a 10 because when it ended, I was pissed off. I said, I hate you guys don't do what Netflix do. Like, I was upset.
About what? The whole season?
No,
Yeah.
like it cut off. And I was so into this last episode. And when it cut off, I was like, oh, man, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Nah, I never want that. I love week to week. I never want that shit for the boys, yo. That's the best. Because if you watch for 1 week, it's over. I want it to last for some months and shit like that so I can get it going and shit. I mean,
Yeah.
But Dave, what you think?
9.5. The only thing it lost points on was the flight. The flight scene where they were flying over seemed unnecessary. Like, you could have cut that whole thing from the show. You would have missed nothing. And the fact that they didn't show Supersonic getting his fucking face beat in. Other than that, this show was fundamentally perfect, man. I wish they had more Homelander too, yo. Like, I need more Homelander. I want more Homelander than this, yo. I'm serious. Because every scene he was there, he just did some asshole shit and left.
Okay.
Like, literally.
I'm going to go with a 9.5. I think it's just enough Homelander. I think if you do too much Homelander, it could be too much Homelander.
Bro, he seems bottomless, yo. Like, when you can do anything, it's bottomless, bro. Like,
it is, but I don't want to take away from other characters at the same time. Stuff like that.
True.
Yeah. So, because we already get like no Maeve in the first episode.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So, if they ain't short trainers, I forgot she's in the show. I want your shit like that. So,
yeah, right. We don't get Black Noir.
Yeah, that either. Yeah, we're gonna Black Noir. Either.
Yeah, we hardly ever get. I think we had one Black Noir action scene, like in the entire run so far.
He fought and when he beat up Butcher.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with a 9.5 too, guys. So thanks again for coming on. We'll be back on Thursday night, 7:30, hopefully on time, gentlemen, for the Miss Marvel thing. We'll be doing 2 episodes, episode 1 and 2 by then. So
okay.
You should be able to knock those out, man. Those are like 25 minutes each or something like that. They're like 35 minutes each. So it should be pretty cool. Besides that, man, we're back next week for the boys. So thank you all again. And we'll see you next week.
Peace, y'all.
Later. Peace.
Later, guys.
Later.